So you want to daily your race car. You brave, brave soul. There will be heartbreak. There probably will be tears. And then there's probably gonna be times that you're gonna wanna rip your hair out. Nevertheless, some of you will still try it because, well, there is nothing more satisfying than driving around your race car on the street and having everybody like notice you and want to take pictures and see all the cool stuff that you've been spending months and months and months on. Because really, when you go to the actual track to actually use the race car, not a lot of people really care that much. They just want to see how fast your times are going to be. And you might be just living off ramen noodles and you just want to have a race car as the only thing that you drive because you like just living life on the edge. You may have a legitimate reason, but more than likely you don't. The first thing that you need to realize is that you're going to get a lot of attention, which is cool until you just want to get gas and not explain to 47 people your full build spec sheet and tell all the old people no, it doesn't have a V8, and yes, a 4-cylinder turbo does make a lot of power. Unless you have a V8 or anything else, then people might not ask you as many questions because a lot of people just think all variants of V8 sound identical. Right. But the bottom line is you're gonna take your car to places other than like a car show or a car event where most people aren't gonna really know a lot about your car. They won't know why you don't have an interior or why you have a roll cage, a massive wing, aftermarket wheels, which you can find on our website at fitmentindustries.com. So you're probably gonna spend a good amount of your time explaining your build. It's just how it goes. If you have had a car and you stop at a gas station that's anything that is extreme one way or the other, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone will ask the same question, so it's best to have a list prepared for you so that you can answer it before they even ask. Maybe like a little card, if you will. Yes, it's stick. Yes, it does burnouts. Yes, it did cost a lot. Yes, I do drive it on the street. No, it's not street legal. Yes, I do have insurance. And yes, Stacy did leave me. Not only that, but you'll probably see people taking pictures of your car, oftentimes when you're in it, which is extremely awkward because when you're driving down the road and somebody's taking a picture, what do? Do you just keep looking straight? Do you look at them? Do you smile? Do you not smile? Do you send it? Do you roll down the window? And then what ends up happening is while you're in the middle of deciding what you're gonna do, they manage to take a picture at the worst possible time. Your windshield wipers are going off, you downshifted by accident, maybe you got this weird like face going on and it just is really sort of just no matter what, it's just never gonna work out, I promise. But I mean, hey, if that's what you like, then whatever floats your boat, you know what I'm saying? Because it's raining outside, but you guys don't see that. The moral of the story is, unless you love "you on here bro" posts, you probably shouldn't daily a race car. Have we mentioned fuel? Because you're gonna need a lot of it, and I mean, when you really think about how much fuel your car probably takes, it's a lot less than your Yaris that you got sitting in your actual garage. It's kind of like your car is like a 6-year-old with his first grape soda because you simply cannot keep your lead foot off the skinny pedal, and as a result, your race car is gonna drink a lot of fuel. So if you plan on using it to travel everywhere, you're gonna need to fill it up pretty much all the time, and you're gonna also need to keep in mind like fuel availability, because if you're running 85 race fuel or anything like that, you're gonna need to map out where all the gas stations are and carry all those fuels. Which, by the way, if you are that one E85 guy that doesn't switch tunes when we go on a cruise that's more than 60 miles, I hate you. Not every gas station carries fuel fit for race cars, so it can be a pain in the absolute ass when somebody's like, hey, can we find E85? Can we go to a Kwik Trip? I know that we're in Texas, but Kwik Trip has E85 and that's what I need. And then you go to Kwik Trip, because Kwik Trip is the best. I mean, hands down, the best convenience store you could possibly find. And then you have to go in, then you have to get yourself the chicken sandwich, that's $1. You get yourself that like prime rib thing that you're not entirely sure is prime rib for $1.49. Then you gotta go get the monster that's like 2 for $3.33. Then you get a pound of bananas and a gallon of milk because everything is on sale. Throw it in Kwik Trip's reward card, and now you're gone grocery shopping instead of getting gas. But hey, if you don't mind risking it, why don't you just drive around the city, take some notes on which locations carry all the fuel that you need, because that's pretty much just gonna be the biggest pain in the ass whenever you want to take a road trip somewhere. And I mean, most people are just going to get angry unless you have flex fuel. But nobody really runs flex fuel anymore. You'll just need to find stations that carry E85 like a proper adult. Something else to keep in mind is the amount of maintenance that you're going to need to do to actually keep the car on the road. So I know that we think that our race cars are impenetrable because they have all the best stuff, and then it breaks, like a lot. You should probably keep a spare set of tires in your garage, a spare set of everything in your garage. I mean, when you're daily driving a race car, everything's going to break. Even the things that you don't think are gonna break are gonna break. And you're gonna realize that the nicer you are to the car, the more things break. And when you're meaner to the car, for some ungodly known reason, things don't break. It's like you modify the engine and the door handle breaks. Or you drive it really nicely and all of a sudden the rear axle shaft blows out, or a U-joint. And you're like, wait a minute, that's not cool. I have a T56 trans, why doesn't that break? That won't break. But don't worry, that one wire that gives you your tachometer reading, can't do it, buddy. Not today. And that doesn't even go along with the fact that driving a race car every day means you're gonna wanna beat on it and drive the absolute shit out of it. It's like how it works. So with like maintenance comes money. So I hope you're still all eating ramen and saving some money because you're gonna be spending a lot of it. And I hope you don't have a social life because you're gonna be spending most of your time in the garage working on it because it breaks all the time. Just never be confident in the fact that your race car is in fact a race car. As far as being a good daily driver and being able to do normal people things, your race car probably isn't going to be the best choice. Typically, race car has no trunk. Has no back seats. It has roll cages and stuff like that. So when you do need to make a quick run to the store to maybe get yourself a case of TP, you can do that as long as you don't have a passenger. And you'll be that guy who's carrying his Momo steering wheel through Kwik Trip, and people will be asking you a million questions like, why are you walking around with a steering wheel in your hands instead of in the car where it belongs? Pull up to the meet and smack your head on the cage. It can also be quite painful, which is just another thing that happens when you have a race car thing. Plus, let's say you got yourself an attractive female, or maybe a male, whatever it is, and you want to take him, whatever, for a ride, and you have to explain for 4 minutes how to actually get in. Feet first, then your butt, then your head, and then the other 6 things that you have to do before you get the harness on, in which time you've already put yours on, and then you realize that once you strapped in, you can no longer reach like the ignition because there's a center mounted toggle switch and the push button, and your 5-foot forearms can't reach the tiny arms. So now you're trying to flex on the chick that wants to go for a ride in your car and you can't even reach the start button. But finally you kind of get things going and she's like, wow, this ride's really rough. But you won't hear it anyway, not due to your ignorance, but just being the fact that with all the rattles, creaks, turbo spool, and straight piped exhaust, you can't hear shit. But hey, if you want to daily drive your race car, we won't judge you. Most of us have been through it anyway, and it's probably one of the most satisfying feelings in the world when you're going downtown and you look in the windows to the left or to the right or to the left and the right because my things are messed up, and you smile because it looks good. And besides, other than the times that you're sitting there beating your head against the wall wondering why you're spending so much money on a car when you could be, like being an adult, going to school, buying a house, maybe investing in a 401k, every once in a while, it's worth it because the amount of effort that people put into driving a race car is pretty substantial. And if you can actually enjoy it for the short period of time that it's not broken, doesn't need gas, that you're not trying to impress somebody, and you can manage to keep the steering wheel inside the car instead of walking around with it because it doesn't have any locks, you'll probably end up smiling a lot more than you think. So let us know if you guys daily drive your race car in the comment section below, and let us know what you want to talk about next. Boo! I'm Alex from Fitment Industries. Don't forget to subscribe. Wheels, tires, suspension. FitmentIndustries.com. I'm Alex. We will see you later. Peace.